going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the Healthy Music Diet Podcast, where we expand your music palette one track at a time. I'm your host, Lloyd Knows. Man, it feels good to be back recording after my laptop broke. If you've been following me on Instagram at LloydKnows_podcast. Yeah, and now too, this is my first time in a month and a half maybe, that now I'm actually just talking about myself, because it's been a blessing that I've had artists come on my show and share their story, and we just talk about music and anything else. But sometimes it feels good just to go talk to you guys directly and just share my thoughts on what's going on in music and everything overall. So we're gonna keep everything the usual, like back in the day. We got the music news, the album reviews, the artist spotlight, and the playlist portion of the podcast. If you've been following the Healthy Music Diet podcast season 1 playlist on Spotify, you can see that I've been adding music into it. Yeah, and there's some new stuff because I haven't added it in a while since the laptop broke and a whole bunch of other things. But yeah, let's get into the music portion side. So I did make a YouTube video, if you've been following me or subscribing to me on YouTube at Lloyd Knows. I made a video about the Amazon and how they're now infiltrating into the music scene with their program called Breakthrough. And that's a program where they will help assist artists and pretty much creating artist development, backing them, investing in them, helping using Amazon's algorithm, since there's over 100 million Alexa devices and even more accounts of Prime membership that has the Amazon Music. So now artists can actually tap into that bigger market, which I'm guessing Amazon's trying to now have Amazon Music be a competitor to Spotify, Apple Music, and pretty much all other streaming services on top of it, man. They're trying to get everything all at once. Not even, let's just sign a couple artists exclusively and then just do our thing. Nah, we're going to be pushing everything that circumference the music industry, because they pretty much have a foot inside the door already. So now they're trying to make them make their presence fully known. So that's pretty cool. And now with Gabby Barrett, she's a country singer. I haven't really listened to her music, even though I do love a good country. It's the Healthy Music Diet podcast. We talk about all different types of artists, but their program actually made her have the number one first day streaming of a country album since streaming services, I believe. So that shows you the power of that Amazon algorithm and just their presence in actually pushing someone that they really want, and they're going to be giving them help with audio, video, global marketing. So now they're even going to be going into other countries, compared to how a lot of US artists and afar, they just have their country of origin, and now they're trying to branch into more internationally. So how BTS, that what is it, K-pop band, they're big in South Korea and even in the US, and I'm pretty sure other countries also. So if they can push an artist and get to that type of level, that would show that record labels are obsolete. They don't know what they're doing, because they're just really focusing on one specific demographic for their respective artists that they sign. Even though record labels have Sony Africa, there's Warner France, they got all their other respected countries of origin where they set base out. But if Amazon's going to be pushing through all different countries, now it's wow, why do we just need operations in each when we can just push it already, since we already have all our products in pretty much everywhere on the face of the earth? So that's crazy. Yo, what will be even crazier? If Alibaba gets into it in the next 5 years. Because what people don't understand is that Alibaba, they're actually bigger than Amazon, because they're a Chinese brand that does a lot of wholesale selling, and then it's pretty much similar to an Amazon, and they do, I believe their revenues are way more than Amazon. So if they want to start pushing their Chinese audience, because already TikTok, how the US is trying to ban TikTok now because it's part of sending data to the Chinese government. If Alibaba gets into the game, That's going to be even crazier because they have the backing of the Chinese government also, since I believe like 50% of your company is owned by the Chinese government in their country. So we just got to wait and see how, if now platforms like Spotify and Apple Music are going to start following suit once Amazon actually proves to be a sustainable business model of what they're trying to do. And to what record labels too have been declining in sales, so they might be cash strapped. And that's another reason why, which one did I think I talked about it, and I know I posted about it. Was it like Sony or BMG? Like one of those big companies, they already IPO'd last week. So maybe they're trying to get capital and raising cash so they can actually start pushing artists. I don't know. I didn't read their underwriting and what they the incentive of buying shares into their company. So I got to do more, and I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, now this whole Amazon thing is gonna be crazy because right now not a lot of people are talking about it, because I checked like YouTube. It was like me and like one other guy that actually made a video on it. But I guarantee you in the next 6 months, if this actually proves successful, everyone's going to be on it. Now, they need to come over to my side because I need some subscribers. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be posting there probably three times a week. So there's going to be the podcast on it also. So if you want to watch the podcast, which I'm going to be trying to get more visuals, start adding like video into it. But not maybe of like myself, but just like me talking, because if you do already follow me, you know, I pretty much make like GIFs and just have videos playing in the background while I just record. So it might be more visually pleasing if you just watch it on YouTube, or even to stream both. So you can help me out. Yeah, that'll be appreciated. Oh yeah, now the next topic, something a little spicy. Man, oh my God. One of my favorite artists since like 2010, man. Mr. Daystar Patterson, or Tory Lanez. He's like in a whole heap of shit right now, because now word's coming out that Megan Thee Stallion was shot by Tory Lanez. And the first report to the police, Megan said that, oh, she stepped on glass, that's why her foot was bleeding. But now word came out that Tory was the one popping guns. And now, if you were on Twitter, you've seen everyone making memes about it. 5'3", 120-pound guy shooting on women. And now this might be a little Chris Brown-esque, because now his career, if this really does, this allegedly, I can't even speak. I didn't even study English in college. But if what's being said right now actually proves to be factual, man, it might be a wrap for Tory, because we know what happened to Chris Brown. Well, Chris Brown did come back, but people gonna start looking at you with a side eye, because now you're doing domestic violence against women, especially black women, who are the least protected in the country, or even in our own like race of group. Now that's a really bad look. But I just hope that if it is true, he will serve whatever time. If he gets prosecuted and come back out and do his thing, maybe, but then he might still be tainted. And then Megan, I hope she's fine, even though I haven't really like listened to her music, but just as a guy who has like a twin sister and another sister, just like you wouldn't want that to happen to someone that you know. So I hope that she's doing all right and she can learn from this, because if you've noticed on like Instagram or whatever, like Meg, she hangs around a lot of guys. Like she's one of those girls that be just having more guy friends than women around. Damn, what was I thinking? I was gonna say, yeah. So maybe this will make her move a little bit different, because now you don't want to get into another situation or altercation where there's going to be another form of domestic violence coming towards you with hanging around too many men, in a sense, because like we know, like, if shit gets sideways, that testosterone is just going to be making dudes be acting irrational and have a situation like this. But nah, it just sucks because Tory Lanez, like, man, that was like my favorite artist. On my personal Instagram account, I had video from like 2017 when I went to his concert. I was the first one in the row, and like I was lit, like he was holding my hand. Lift like twice, and then I was like people holding him up, but I was like holding his hand to keep his like stability. And then his guys after the concert say, "Yo, good looks for like holding up Tory." And I'm like, "Yo, it's not a problem, man. I've been waiting for this time." But man, yeah, I just hope everything works out how it's supposed to work out. But I don't want to get into like conspiracy theories, because the first thing that came to mind when I thought about this whole situation was that, damn, people really trying to get Tory out because he's now independent. He left the label, so now they're just saying, oh, you think you're gonna be just taking all these fans and all the work that we did? Nah, fuck out of here. We're gonna get you out. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case. It was just a mishap that fucked everything up. Oh, okay. So next topic, I wanted to talk about Facebook music videos. They're coming in August, so now your grandma can watch you start dancing. If you have a music video, put it out on their platform and help. Oh, maybe too, if there's like AdSense, you can, if you be putting videos out on Facebook, you can make money too. So now that could be another market for revenue for artists, since you know the Roni is out here, so you can't really perform where a lot of artists make their money performing on the road. So if they can start spreading out their music videos into different platforms, and if they can get Google AdSense attached towards it, that can actually help increase revenues, maybe 10%. Hey, but that's better than getting zero from that platform already. But I don't think that Facebook is going to be like a competitor, because, man, like I think Disney, I was reading, they backed out of their ads that they spend on Facebook, because I guess everyone hates Zuckerberg. He's like an evil guy now. And two, he's partnering up with another company to make their own coin, which would be kind of crazy, because if Facebook is censoring people and everything, and if you have money tied up into that account, there could be a possibility that Facebook like pretty much withholds all your money, and you don't even want to be beholden to Facebook. Like, they have like no moral compass, so I wouldn't even bother and partaking in any of that stuff. But hey, like if you want to put your music video out and show all your high school classmates the video of your music video, then hey, get those extra eyes on your craft. But anyway, now I have a really good question for my YouTube listeners. Right below in the comments, do you actually still go on Facebook? Because I feel like it's more of like the ratchet people from high school, or just like older, like 40s and up. I don't really see the point of Facebook, because you have like Instagram already, which Facebook already owns. So like, why not use that platform pretty much? So I don't know. Like, hey, Facebook is trying to get cash into every which way they can. So yeah, do your thing. Oh, and then the final topic in the music for this week was Migos and QC, Quality Control. They have a little situation going on, and now word's out that Migos and QC, they both had the same lawyer for their deals. So Migos is saying that their lawyer, who also works for QC, is not working and doing full fiduciary duties on their behalf, because they lost supposedly millions of dollars for having this guy work as a lawyer, since he's like the in-house lawyer. Because if you think about it, if you were the lawyer, who would you really be beholden to? QC or the Migos? Like, the Migos is just one act under the umbrella of a label. So of course you're going to be going to like the label that has more of the bag, that you can get more money out of. So you're not going to be working the best behalf onto this like one act. So this is going to be a sticky situation, and it seems like the Migos really wants to get off from the label. And in their contracts too. It was just a shitty contract. Like, I heard that if they try to do like some deals outside of QC within their contract, it restarts the length of their contract, so they can never get out of their contract. It's a like forever contract, which is just sick. Because I know like Disney has like Sleeping Beauty bonds, which are like 100-year bonds, but this sick because this has the infinity sign. Maybe the Migos got to get the Infinity Stone and go snap and get Coach P out of here, because it's no way they're getting out of this contract. But then again too, it's not like every contract's supposed to have an end date, so if it always resets, that's kind of fucked. So hey, I'll keep you posted, and if you follow me on YouTube, I'll probably make a video about it once further details comes out about what's going on between them. I had to go and take a break, get some water, because it was a little hot in my room, but yeah, and get a mango because it's summertime. Straight. Like how Safari be saying. Safari G. Yeah, so we're going to get into like the next portion right now of the podcast. And if you remember, that's the album review. So like this week, I was trying to think of like, yo, what am I going to be picking for like my album review? Because nothing really like tickle my fancy. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I'm not from like 1800. Yeah, so yeah, fuck you guy. But yeah, so I was trying to think of like an album to pick, because you know I don't really like picking albums that everyone and their mom know. I want to pick something that you might not have heard of, and then you will be more inclined to check out, so I can expand your music horizons. And thankfully, again, Instagram is hitting way more than like the YouTube when it comes to music videos. Maybe I don't watch because I don't watch music videos. They're not referring to me like any artists, but like Instagram's always advertising an artist. And I always knew of him, but he put out, I guess, a new project, and it's Terrence Martin. I don't know how to describe him. He's he gives me like 70s black exploitation films like Foxy Brown, Superfly, Shaft, Black Dynamite. He gives me that type of vibe, like how Anderson .Paak got like that swagger about him, like that old school black and white like movie vibe about him. Like that's how I would describe like Terrence Martin's music. So he has a new EP. I think it's 7 tracks. It was like 23 minutes. I checked it out because I like one of the songs that was advertising. But the album's called Dinner Party. And like it was interesting because it wasn't just him that made that EP. It was him, Ninth Wonder, Robin Glasper, and Kasami Washington. I think that's his name. Yeah, like he's that guy. He's from I don't know where he's from. I forgot. But like I've listened to his music. I had some of his songs back in the day. He's a jazz artist, and he has a song called Street Fighter. Check it out. It's a great song. I like it. He doesn't sing. It's just like straight jazz. Cause like growing up, I went to a performing arts like after school program for a long time. Played like blues. I always seen like the jazz ensemble playing. So just something about jazz music that resonates with me. And the founder of that program was Jackie McLean. And he was a jazz artist, like big back in the day, traveled all over the world doing jazz music, playing the saxophone. So like, yeah, I always had like that part of me that's always feeling for jazz. You know, I really want to go to like a jazz little thing, you know, when people be snapping their fingers like click 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 click. I want to go to one of those, but I feel like I need to get a little bit older and have like that Quiet Storm voice. You get a little bit more swagger, get a little mortgage, paying a mortgage just to be on that type of grown man stuff. But but I'll still go if once the Roni subside and there's like a vaccine. Or if life gets back close to normal and everything's back open, then I'll definitely look into going to one of these jazz concerts. Well, I've been to a couple outdoor, but I want to be in like one of those intimate settings, like how my guy Raheem Devon be playing at these venues that are just like mad intimate, just like mad sexy. God damn. Yeah, just that whole vibe about it. Yeah, but yeah, so back to Dinner Party. So like the first track on it, it's called Sleepless Nights, and that was like the first song I believe that I heard from it. But to be honest, after listening to it, I felt like it wasn't right to be put in the first spot. I believe it should have been in like position 2 or 3 for like the EP. And it was like my second favorite song off of the EP also. I don't know, cause like I'm listening to it as a body of work, not just individual songs, because the artists for a reason place them specifically in that order to bring you on through a journey. But like listening to Sleepless Nights, I felt like it was trying to convey the whole emotion or get you ready to feel like throughout the whole entire project. But I felt like it was telling me something that I just never heard yet. Kind of like if like the main plot or like the main whatever thing in a book happens in like the first page, you're like, yo, I don't even know what happened. Like, yo, let me get acquainted, let me understand let me learn the characters, the sounds, before you try to tell me, like you're really trying to tell me something. Like I'm supposed to just hop in. Like this isn't Naruto, they're not going to be giving me filler episodes. So yeah, like I just never felt like it was too coherent. Like that should have never started. It was like a big hit, like big hitter, like in baseball. Yeah, it was supposed to be in like the batter's box. It shouldn't lead off the track, but nonetheless, it was a great song. I liked it. Yeah, that's just like me trying to be a music journalist. And then the second track on it was like Love You Bad. Like the song ain't do really nothing for me. It was pretty much like a loop. It's like they recorded like 30 seconds of the song. I think it was like a 2-minute 30-second song, and they just kept looping it. It was just like, I love you bad, or just saying, yeah, I just want to love you bad. And it was pretty much that. It was nothing exciting. It didn't bring up the tempo or draw your emotions, bring you on like an adventure listening to it. It was just a simple, like, you know what you're gonna get. You might throw it on when you're cooking, you know. I wouldn't say no grits or nothing, because we gotta be healthier. It's the Healthy Music Diet podcast. But yeah, it's all right. You can throw it on when you're like doing something, like cleaning, kind of like those Saturday mornings when you're a mom. Well, speaking from like my experience or like the black experience that I've been seeing on Twitter, they'll be like throwing on like some, what is it? Oh, that guy is saying, dun, dun, oh, Frankie Beverly, yeah, like him. Or like from my Jamaican household, he's throwing some Barris Hammond. Yeah. So, or Sanchez. So yeah, so that's how I felt like Love You Bad. It was like a filler for like the album. It wasn't going to be a standalone single. I don't see a lot of people going back to it unless they're trying to listen to the whole EP in itself, because it's only 23 minutes. So it's less than an episode of like Parks and Rec. So, you know, you can just get it quick, throw on the subtitles on your Netflix and just listen to it. And then the third song was From My Heart and My Soul. Yo, this song was my favorite song off of it. It was giving me that Raphael Sadiq, man. I need to get him on my show. And I love that dude. He's the most underappreciated musician. He helped so many musicians that we listen to have careers. Like he's a quintessential part into R&B and neo soul that people don't talk about, and he needs way more credit. He was in Tony. He started off playing with Prince in a band. He started doing his own thing. Like his pen is crazy. And then also on that track, it was giving me that D'Angelo too, because I know him and Raphael Sadiq and D'Angelo, they had a song. I forgot what it was, but I remember watching the music video. They playing the guitar. You see D'Angelo in the tank top. Like this dude singing mad soft, but he looked like he was a baby boy. Yeah, but the drum and the kick in it was just too funky, and then the distortion of the voice was really Sadiq-esque. But it was a quick 2 minute 30 track, and after that, it just made me want to get into listening to some Jill Scott. After I was about to get on my Neo Soul, throw on some Erykah Badu, bottleism, all of that. Hey, you can't eat from my apple tree. Yeah, I was gonna get into that type of time listening to this song, but it was like a quick intermission. Like for it split the track because it's 7 tracks, so it's a good it's a good transition because the rest of the album is different than like the first 3 songs. And then like First Responders, it wasn't really a singing track, but it was more, yeah, there was hardly any singing on it. It was more of a jazz hip hop showcase, and you can really hear the mastery in Kasami Washington, because this dude is a master saxophone player in it. And like the title, just reading the title and then listening to it, I felt like it was giving a homage and appreciation to like first responders and the sacrifice that they do for their civil duty to help protect us in society, on their line, risking their life in the line of duty. And that's what I felt this song was trying to convey through the notes, through the mood of the song, the different colors that you can hear from it. So no, yeah, like it was a good song for the album. I mean, for the EP. And then there was The Mighty Tree. I didn't really like it. It was nothing exciting or innovative. And it was another Kasami solo on it, but I felt like First Responders did really well. Like he could have just scrapped this song. But if they took off the hip hop elements off of the track, I feel like it would have given more clarity for his saxophone and like the other drums in it to breathe and actually convey their thoughts. Because I felt like the hip hop instrumentals in it muttered up the song and drowned it out. So they could have got rid of that, and it would have been a really good song to like listen to. And then Freeze Tag, the 6th song on it. Actually, no, this was my favorite track on the EP, Freeze Tag, because it just gave them, like the mood of it was so optimism, because it's just I felt like just listening to it, it was talking about, I think, the police, and it's like, I got my hands up, don't shoot, and like what black people are going through in America. And it was just giving me hope just listening to it. It just explained it because, a lot of artists lately, they've been making songs. They had like Little Baby, Trey Songz, Meek Mills, and others more just writing about the riots and what's really going on in society today. And I felt like this was another song, in my opinion, that I liked more than most of these new revolutionary songs that are trying to be a voice for the people. I felt like this song was like a number 2 or number 1 for those voices. Like it gave you more hope. Like it's more like this song was more of like towards the end, like, okay, now we're starting to see progress. You can throw this song on and now we all can get feedback and actually come back and actually think about what our part in society in this moment has been. And that's what Freeze Tag for me made me feel. And the last song on the EP was Love You. It was a pretty much auto-tune track, and I wasn't, no. When I was listening to it, it just reminded me of Common's Universal Mind Control album. And I actually liked it, but this wasn't in the best way possible to describe, like not in the good connotation. Like it was a bad imitation of it, just like all the auto-tune. I'm just like, yo, we didn't have auto-tune throughout the whole entire EP. Why are you gonna throw it on towards the end? It's kind of like you just had a really good better. It's like you went to the buffet and you're like, all right, the food's not bad, and then you thought that it couldn't get worse. Then you overate, and now you're just feeling sick. Like I just felt like it just like that just happened, and now you just want to get that bad taste out of your mouth, and it just ended not on a good note for me. Like they missed the ball with this one. But like overall, I'm viewing like Dinner Party a 7.4, 7.1 through a 7.4. I can't decide. Like it's something that you should listen to, but I wouldn't say, yo, just add this into your playlist. Maybe freeze tag for like one of your inspirational let me feel good of hope playlists. You can throw that song on, like song in it. But yeah, it was just like a 7.1, 7.4 in it. So it was like nothing too crazy. And the artist for this week's artist spotlight, I've been listening to her for like over a year now. After she was featured on one of my favorite artists currently, which I did make a video on YouTube, so go check it out on my YouTube channel, with Rapid Fire AA Krill Santino. But he had Amaarae on it, and she's from Ghana. And yeah, after that I've been checking her out, her music video, her whole aesthetic, pretty lit. I fuck with it. So like Amaarae, she's from Accra, or ACCRA, any of my Ghanaian people, if you know how to pronounce that. But she was born in I think Atlanta, but she was raised between Accra and Atlanta. And in an interview, she stated that she began writing music at the age of 13 with her first version of the song "Same Girl" with R. Kelly and Usher. Oh yeah, no, that's a very problematic duo with singer. Yo, that used to be my karaoke dream, just to sing it with my bro. Like, we were gonna do it at one of our school karaoke things, but just never got to it. So if one of our viewers wanna join me, we could go and hit it. We could go on it. Yeah, or we can sing High School Musical. That's my go-to also. I body that every single time. So she wrote her own like version of the song "Same Girl." I kind of want to hear it. I'm gonna try to get her on the show and then ask her if she can like sing that. But then in 2018, she was named one of Apple Music's favorite new artists in April 2018 for Africa. Damn, that was a lot of wordplay in it. So yeah, so she got some recognition for being a brand new artist through Apple Music, which is really good. And she has her own independent record label called Golden Child LLC. I think it's just her on it, but hey, that's a good business move. And then in 2017, she released her first EP, Passion Fruit Summers. And those were like the first songs that actually got introduced to Amaarae, with like Fluid. And yeah, with Fluid, I think that was the one where she was in like the bathtub with just her head, and like that whole vibe was just lit. And she's like, I feel flat. See, I fucked up the song. Yeah, but no, you definitely got to check out Fluid, and her other song, Happy Mistakes. I think I bumped that one the most out of that EP still. That junk is fire. And she got other songs like Spend Some Time with Wande Cole. He's the guy that sings Iskaba. Yo, if you don't know Iskaba, you gotta play that. Cause I remember whenever we had like parties at like the minority or the culture house, Iskaba would come on, bro. That song was lit. Iskaba. Yeah, so like that song is cool too. And then of course we have Rapid Fire, which we like all know already. Or if you don't know, definitely check it out. Actually watch the music video first, because that whole music video, that whole vibe, I love the aesthetic in it. It was a big vibe. But she was just pretty much remixing and having the same cadence of one of those J-Lo songs. I forgot. Let me know in the comments if you know which one once you listen to like the music video, or if you've seen it. So yeah, that junk was fire. And she got a new song that just came out like 9 days ago called "Leave Me Alone." That one's a good song too. I don't know, like she needs to make like a whole nother, like make a whole album, or at least an EP, then have an album by December. Cause like I don't know why she hasn't blown, like not even like fully blown up, but her potential is way higher than where she's at right now. Like she hasn't been consistent with dropping music, and like I hate to say it, but like I get the vibes. Like she gives me like Ashanti vibes. Like Ashanti was a really good singer, but like she was more of like that that extra kick, like that little sazon, to make the seasoning in it, to make the food taste good. Like she's like a good, like Scottie Pippen to MJ. So like you have like someone singing a song and then she'll be featured on it. I think that's where she shines best the most, because her unique voice mixes in with another artist singing. It just makes it perfect. But like listening to her too, because she has a really high pitched voice when she sings. So I don't know, like listening to it for 12 tracks, that could be a little bit of an issue maybe. But I think if she brings artists onto her new album, if it comes out, that it should like balance it out. But if it's just her singing 9-10 tracks, it could get a little overbearing, because her voice is kind of an acquired taste. But yeah, no, she definitely should be higher where she's at. But I'll definitely also try to get her on the show. I'm gonna hit her up and I'll keep y'all posted if you follow me on Instagram at LoriNotes_podcast. Yeah, so that does it for Amaarae. Yeah, definitely check out her music. She's on Spotify, Apple Music, of course. She's on YouTube. Check out her music videos too. If you're gonna listen to her songs, just type in her name on YouTube and then watch the music videos. But if there isn't a music video for the song, then you can just go on your regular streaming service platform and just bump it there. But she's really a vibe. Like you can be cooling out, get a little drink, and you start vibing. You gonna be nice. Yes, sir. So yeah, so go definitely check her out. And now you know where we at now. We on the playlist portion. Pretty much what encompass the podcast, the Healthy Music Diet podcast. I know you haven't heard the playlist portion in a while, and I love sharing music with you guys. So this week I have like 7 tracks that I've been listening to a lot. That's just fuego. You gotta like listen to it. I trust my judgment. I hope by now you trust mine, or even if you're a new listener, you're gonna be trusting my judgment once you started listening to like the playlist. But like the first song on it is by a guy named this is a Spanish one. It's by Drefquila, Drefquila, and his song's like Me Antes, or the Entiendes. Me Antes. Like, bro, that song, I stumbled on it, I think a couple days ago, because I was listening to another Spanish artist, and then a radio popped up for like the artist that I was listening to on Spotify, and they just curated just a whole nother like Spanish playlist. And I stumbled on this, just like the whole vibe for it, it's like make me want to go catch a wine, bro. I just want to go catch a wine to this song. But it's like, it's not just, oh, I'm just gonna catch a wine anytime. It's kind of like a late night, like is your late night at a club that's like below, you have to walk down, so it's kind of like a little intimate thing. Go catch it. Oh my god, this whole vibe to that song, it just made me want to go dance. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I'm still trying to learn Spanish with Duolingo. This is not a paid sponsorship. They better give me the bag. But yeah, and it has like that regular like Spanish beat to it, like the da-dun, 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 da-dun. But it's just something about it that hits different, and it just giving me Ram Riddles vibes, like when he had his song Badman. If you heard it before, if not, check it out, because Badman has like that late night vibe to it also. It's like, I'm a Badman. Yeah, but yeah, this Spanish song by, what's his name? Drefquila, and his song's like Me Antes, MESPACENTIENDES. Right now, this is a song I've been bumping like all day, and now I'm here trying to explain it, even though I can't explain what the hell he's saying. But you know, music is a universal language, so you can feel it, and I feel it. So yeah, definitely check that song out. And then the second song added onto this week's playlist is by Amaarae again, Leave Me Alone. I already talked about it earlier, but just like the whole vibe, she's like, fuck it, and just like the little late, it's another late night vibe. I don't know, maybe I've been in that late night vibe because it's Roni out, so we can't really go nowhere. So I'm probably longing to go out and have like that late night little creep. You get a little drink in you, be on your demon time. Yes, I wish maybe that's why I'm just like resonating a lot with like late night kickback songs. So yeah, so I already talked about Amare's song "Leave Me Alone" earlier in the artist spotlight, so definitely check that out. And the next song is by Remi Wolf, Disco Man. I don't know, I just find Remi Wolf interesting. I have a couple of her songs. I did add her when she had that song with Cassius Clay and Still Woozy Cheesin'. That was pretty much all the proceeds are gonna help artists. I don't know, I'm still trying to understand Remi Wolf. Cause I think she was on American Idol, and now she's doing her own thing, singing, and now she has like I think a new album out. But like now this one's it's not stupid groovy. It's like an in between pop and groovy. It's just like, I'm telling you where this coming. This coming. You gotta listen to it, but I don't want to like get copyrighted. But yeah, like Remi Wolf, she's a really good singer. I can see her doing really well. And too, she's on, I think, that women empowerment. That's what I get from listening to her. I think that's it also. She's very pro-woman, which I can appreciate also. Yeah, so definitely check out Disco Man. Oh yeah, now this is another track. It's by, what's his name? It's by Kabaz D Small, Kabzade Small, and it's called Sponono, Sponono, Sponono. I don't know how I found this song, but it has Burna Boy on it, Wizkid. I think he's probably Nigerian. 9 times out of 10, I'll put all my money on that he's Nigerian. But like, this is another, I'm really on this late night feels, guys. You better check for my well-being, cause I've been on this late night vibe. Like, this is a whole late night vibe. When Burna Boy come in, he pretty much does like the chorus, and he's like, "Go really more, yeah, man, na 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 na," and then some other person come in, "Spono, Spono." This whole song blends perfectly together. Like, you just feel like, it's another kickback song. You're just kicking back, just listening. Like me, I remember I was listening to it, and it's like 6 minutes, and this song literally finished so quick. I don't know if I got entranced in it, cause like this like the second song this year that got me just enamored and like had me like possessed on some spooky shit. Cause I'm like, 6 minutes gone already. Just like the whole song just got me in it. Like, I literally felt a part of the song. And the last time that happened was with this whole, I should talk about them in the next episode. They're gonna be my artist spotlight. I forgot their name, but they're like some like Celtic German group, and like they don't sing regular like music. Like, they sing like some ancient 1300 Celtic ritual shit, and like their music, their live performances that you can watch on YouTube. I'll give you their names later, but bro, that was the craziest. I thought I was gonna have a spell on me. Like, not even no hocus pocus, I'm gonna put a spell on you. Like, I literally thought I was gonna see like the Candyman or something happening to me. Cause I remember it was like probably like 2:30. I'm listening to it, and then it got to like 3 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I just felt so intrigued by it. And they were supposed to be coming to the US, but you know how that happens. I would have definitely took a trip to see this, but it's kind of scary though, because dudes be wearing like old, I think Celtic German armor and all this crazy face paint. People like praying to like the woods. It's a time to be alive, like what Drake said. But like, no, Sponono, this song, it has like the freaking Morocco, like the like, oh, and then like Sponono, and then Wizkid comes in. It was literally like the Avengers, but for Africa. No, oh yeah, Black Panther, Wakanda. Yeah, literally, it's like Wakanda came out and just made a freaking masterpiece with this song. Right now, it only has like 360,000 views, listens on Spotify, but like he's not an artist that a lot of people know of. But he had all these artists on it, so hopefully, I think this song will do better over time. Definitely, I think it's gonna touch like 2 million by the end of the year. Like depends if like the right person hears it and like shares it, which is me. But yeah, now Sponono is a death track. Check it out on the Healthy Music Diet podcast season 1 playlist on Spotify. And then we got another chick. Her name is Andrea Chayard, and she has a song called Tenet. I first got introduced to her because of from Carter Ace. He's another artist that I've been listening to a lot. I made a post about him on Instagram, and then he was like, yo, thank you for like the shout out, go check out these artists and try to post about them. So I checked them out, and like, nah, this chick, she has like a lot of like anime cover pictures for her album covers or single covers. And like she gives me like that late night vibe. It's pretty much like taking melatonin. She makes melatonin music. You're gonna take it and you're gonna fall asleep. It's like singing a lullaby to you. That's what I get from this Tenet song. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my, I'm trying to think. Like the song, I'm listening to it also right now to try to figure out how to describe it. And what's coming to mind is like early 2000s voice. I mean, singing, or even like Moonchild. Like she's like one of those artists who pretty much like whisper but sings, but because she's not really singing high, but she's like whispering singing like Moonchild does, which works for them. Yeah, but she makes lullaby music, so definitely check out Tenet on the playlist. And then we got Amine's new song, Compensating, with Young Thugger Jr. When I heard this, I'm like, whoa, Amine's making this type of song? Like, I literally had to pause it and think, like, yo, just the beginning. Because, you know, it normally takes, like 5 seconds or so if you're going to listen to, like, the full song. And it commanded my attention perfectly. And I'm just like, okay, Amine. I never really listen. Like, I don't know. I listen to Amine, but I don't listen to Amine. Like, if I stumble on Amine, I'll listen to him. But I never like, listen to his album, so I don't know what he's really about. Because, I don't know, everyone in my college was playing that Caroline song that pissed me off. I'm like, yo, I'm not listening to this dude. How they kind of turn you off. But then when you listen to it back, that's the same thing that happened with that band Magic with Rude. Yeah, like, that's why I'm just like, okay. I'm checking him out, and then I see he dropped this song same day. I'm like, okay. Like, just the whole vibe on it. Fire. But I don't see this song being a song that you're going to be playing at a club. Like, this is more of a, I'm going to be whipping it, or I'm going to be in bed or something just chilling, or you have a little ting with you, and y'all two just vibing out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I gotta talk about that. Like, certain songs aren't pretty much like radio songs. Like, I just hope that this isn't Amine's best song, or that's gonna be in the number 3 spot for his album coming out. Cause like, it's not a single song. Even though Young Thug, I don't feel like Young Thug gave his A game. He gave like probably 75. Like, if I was Young Thug when I was listening to it, I'm like, yo, I could have took how he makes his music over the years and made this song even better. But since it's not really his song, I don't think he had that much skin in the game to actually give it his all in it. He's like, alright, I'm gonna give you a verse, but I'm not gonna be going all out, because he could have used a lot more ad-libs in this song and like raise his pitch a little bit higher, which would have been a contrast for Amine's part, because Young Thug was singing kind of in a deeper, or his regular speaking voice, compared to when he normally would be singing a little bit higher back in the day. So I felt like that contrast would have been like that salt and sweet, like candy, like what is it, popcorn. It would have been, that blend would have worked perfectly. But nonetheless, It's still a song I'll be bumping all the time. So Compensating by Amine and Young Thug. Definitely check that out. Then we got another Spanish song or Latin song. It's by Gene Luca, Gainluca, Luca, and the song's like Mas, M-A-S. And like this one is giving me like Drake, like when Drake be trying to do like the Caribbean songs, like this song gives me that feeling to it. I don't know, I just can't really elaborate on it since I can't play it, so I want you to know what I'm thinking about, but it just can't come out since I don't know what they're saying. Like, it's just a cool song. It's a lot of beat breaking in it, and like just the kick in it is amazing. Yeah, just the kick and the percussion on it, really, really good. Really a good song. So definitely check that out. You know what? I might make a Twitch eventually and see what's going on with it. So y'all can come in, we can play music. But then again too, they be the DMCA or whatever, the people who be running music be trying to copyright people. So I might get copyright strike, but oh well. We're gonna see how that goes. That's later down the road. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about if that would be a good idea, matter of fact. So yeah, I'll do that. But thanks again to all those who tuned in to this week's episode. It means a lot coming back, because I had the old episode that I had with Brendan Burnett. That was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, so I had to put that out. So that kind of threw me off. So I haven't pretty much podcasted in like 3 weeks. So just getting back into the groove of it. I miss it. It's fun. Also making YouTube videos, that's been another challenge too, because now it's just like allocating my time. Because making videos too are fun. It's quick, 2 to like 5 minute videos. And then I'm doing like the long form with like an hour or so with my podcasting. But everything's going to work out. I'd definitely be picking the podcasting over anything if I had to choose. But thanks again. And if you found a track that you liked, good job. But if not, I will try to do my best next time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at LloydKnows_podcast and Lloyd Knows on YouTube, and subscribe and ring the bell also to stay up to date. You've been listening to the Healthy Music Diet Podcast. Later.